Last week I covered the news of Dave Filoni's promotion to CCO of Lucasfilm. That was part of a larger article by Variety that also had an interesting quote about the future of the Mandoverse and Filoni's New Republic movie. When talking about the other galaxy where Ahsoka and Sabine are currently stranded, it said, "Expect this broader universe to be a factor in any future season of Ahsoka or the feature film he's developing. I'm setting up what seems to be a larger conflict with the Imperial Remnant," Filoni says. That conflict can't just mirror what we've seen before, it has to take on a different shape. It can't just be the Empire versus what looks like the Rebellion or even the Republic, it has to be visually different. Okay, interesting. I like what's being said there, that Filoni doesn't want to just repeat the same kind of war over and over again. One of my earliest criticisms of the sequel trilogy was that we were basically just doing the Empire versus the Rebellion all over again. Now, even though it would make some sense for the Imperial Remnant fighting the New Republic to feel familiar, Filoni wants to make sure this fight has a unique spin on it. So how can he do that, and how will it involve this other galaxy? I think it's already been set up pretty well in Ahsoka. The Great Mothers returning to Dathomir with all the cargo from their catacombs seems like the most obvious choice. Grand Admiral Thrawn allying himself with some Force users makes a lot of sense for his character arc too. In Star Wars Rebels, he was defeated by the Force twice because he simply didn't understand that power and therefore couldn't anticipate it. So now he spent a decade on Peridea learning about at least one aspect of it from the Night Sisters. Introducing their magic could make this war feel dramatically different. They would also be formidable opponents to our light side wielding heroes. I don't know if Luke and Leia will appear on screen much or at all, but we also have Ezra, Ahsoka, Sabine, and even Jacen Syndulla and Grogu, who are going to need more than just undead stormtroopers to fight against. The presence of more Force users alone is going to make this conflict feel a little more unique. More Jedi than the original or sequel trilogies, but fewer than the prequels. I also think the witches could fill two roles from the Legends version of this story. If Filoni is interested in adapting some of the Heir to the Empire storyline, the Night Sisters could take the place of Darkside user Joruus C'baoth and the Noghri civilization that Thrawn kept under his control. Ahsoka already suggested some potential cracks in his partnership with the Night Sisters. I won't spoil what happens with the Noghri in Legends, but I could see a similar path for the Night Sisters. Of course, there are other options outside of the Night Sisters. I won't deny that when I first read the excerpt, I thought about the Yuuzhan Vong or the Grisk. I really don't think that's likely. Thrawn's whole motivation in the books is about protecting the Chiss Ascendancy from those kinds of invaders. I don't see him allying with them to destroy the New Republic, only to turn around and have to fight a much worse enemy. I guess it's possible the Grisk or Vong could kick the door in and there would be a third party in this whole war, but that just seems like too much to me, especially when the Imperial Remnant has been solidly set up as the threat of this era. But what about the Chiss Ascendancy itself? They're not from another galaxy, just the unknown regions, but still, that could be interesting to see Thrawn try to get aid from his own people, but I don't see them helping. They're a very isolationist people who, by all accounts, are already fighting a Grisk invasion and potentially have been for over a decade. They might have been conquered by now. No, I think the Night Sisters make the most sense for the story right now and would go a long way in making this war feel different, as Filoni claims. I'm sure there's more to discover on Peridea and in that other galaxy. The end of Ahsoka wasn't even remotely subtle about that, so I'm sure there will be more exciting theory crafting to do as we continue to build to the New Republic movie. But that's it for today. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on our socials, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.